On this video, we're going to talk about bedding in our camper van. So everything from the mattresses we use, to the sleeping bags we take with us, to what the girls think about sleeping in our pop top. But before we get started, take a second, subscribe to our channel so you can stay up to date with all our new videos. Let's go. Okay, we're on.
Okay, so
go for it.
Bedding.
Yeah, so in front of us we have an array of bedding we use when we're in our camper van.
Yeah.
So this is all the stuff we use when me and Karina are sleeping down here on the rock and roll bed.
Yeah.
First off, I guess let's start with the mattress options we use. So we have two of these. These are the Duvalay compact travel mattresses, which are memory foam and extremely comfortable.
Very comfortable. When we travel with them, we can roll them up like so with these little tie things, and actually they fit really nicely. They sit just behind the girls' headrest. Seat obviously folds up, and the hinge part behind the girls' headrest is exactly where these guys go, just next to each other across the width of the van. Sit there perfectly, completely out of the way, and obviously it's really easy for us to access them when we need to, put the bed down and go to sleep at night. So we're not having to rummage through cupboards or anything like that to pull stuff out. It's just really easy to get to.
We kind of learned the hard way that we needed a mattress topper on the bed. We tried it, I think it was the first time we got the van back in 2019. We went to Switzerland and we didn't have any mattress toppers, and it wasn't the best night's sleep, I'll say that much. But having these on really does make a difference. Like I said, they're memory foam. You've got about 2.5 centimetres of memory foam in there, and it makes a big difference.
They're super comfy. I mean, the thing is with the van is that fundamentally this is a car seat. It's not a bed. And as much as it's great to be able to put it down as a bed, if you're planning on sort of spending more than 1 or 2 nights in the van, your back really starts to feel it. You definitely need something else to sort of take up a little bit of the discomfort, and these guys are brilliant for that. It's just that little bit of extra padding, it really makes a difference. And they're great because they're zippable.
Yeah, so I just had a go at this. They unzip relatively easy. You can take them off, give them a wash.
To wash them. So that's fine in terms of laundering them. It means you don't need to have like separate bed sheets and stuff like that. You can just use these and then unzip them, and then you're good to go.
Yeah, they're good. So sleeping bags. In the summer, which it clearly isn't today, as you can tell by the rain hitting the pop top, we use these things. These are fantastic. A bargain off Amazon. I'll put a link in the description so you can see where we got them from. But they're fantastic. They're season 1 to 2. So as long as you don't go below, 10 degrees at night, you're nice and cozy in them, and they fold up really small.
Yeah, the size factor on those is definitely a winner. I mean, obviously space is always a premium in the van, and the fact that these are so compact is brilliant. And they are actually surprisingly warm. They don't look it, but they are. We've used them on quite a few trips and we've never felt cold.
Yeah, we used them. It was a good acid test last year because we went to Italy and Switzerland, and obviously with the altitude of some of the mountains we went to.
Massive range in temperatures.
Yeah, I think it actually went down to like 8 degrees one night, and we had these and we were perfectly fine.
Yeah, no problems at all.
Really good.
Yeah.
We also got a free liner on the inside, and it's cotton, so you just get that nice cotton feel against you rather than the
shiny fabric.
The shiny plasticky fabric. But really good.
But they are awesome, and the fact that they fold up so small is a real bonus.
Yeah, it says here there's a temperature guide on them, and I was correct. 10 degrees it says the limit. 16 degrees is a good comfort level, so as long as you're between those levels, you're all good to go.
Yeah.
But for in the great British weather,
the beast,
we have this one. We have 2 of these. I'll just show you one because they're quite big. They are called the Beast. They're made by a company called Pod, which I think is High Gear
Sleeping Pod.
Yeah, we got them from a Go Outdoor, didn't we?
Yeah, Go Outdoor sell them. Yeah, and they are. I mean, you can see they're massive, so storage is a little bit of an issue, but they are very comfortable and incredibly warm.
Yeah. So I was working away in December, and I just camped in the van because it was cheaper. And I had this, I think it got down to like 1 degree or something silly, and I was perfectly warm in the van. Had my little heater on, but I didn't really need it. And this thing kept me really toasty, really good. And it's got a slightly kind of more cottony feel on the inside, so
feels
it doesn't.
A bit more like a duvet.
Yeah, it doesn't feel so much like a sleeping bag.
Yeah, and they're, as I say, they're really comfy as well. They're big as well, so like when you're actually in them, they feel quite roomy. Sometimes sleeping bags can feel a little bit little bit snug. But with this, you know, it definitely has that sort of more of a bed feel. So I think in terms of, you know, how we choose what to take, it's very much down to where we're going, obviously time of year, what the weather's going to be doing when we're there, but also down to what other things we are planning to bring on that trip and how much extra space we have in the van.
It usually works out quite well, because obviously in the summer we might bring the bodyboards and the surfboards, and they take up a bit more room, so then we bring these ones. But it kind of works out okay, because we're spending more time in the water in the summer. We don't need the big sleeping bags. But in the winter, it's mainly maybe just mountain bikes, so we hook them on the back. And again, we've just naturally got more room in the van to take the bigger, bulkier sleeping bags.
In terms of pillows, we just use regular pillows. We've not kind of really investigated or gone much down the route of
we might
camping pillows. Yeah, we could always have a look at it. But so far, I mean, I think, you know, for me,
I'm very particular about my pillow.
Yeah, and you know, I just kind of, we're both of the opinion that, you know, sleep is something that you just can't really compromise on. If you need a good night's sleep, you need a good night's sleep. And you know, so pillows is something that we've just like, for us, it's important to have a good pillow.
Duvalay do a nice travel pillow. I think it's memory foam again, but I think when I looked at it, it was a bit pricey. When we were buying these, I think these are good.
Were not cheap.
Yeah, these are good.
That's
I want to say around
£100
a pop.
They were not a cheap buy, but for us it was worth it, just to know that we could, because ultimately, as I say, you can't really go more than a couple of nights in the van without, well, I mean, I'm sure some people can, but we can't go a couple of nights in the van without getting a bad back. So, you know, it was worth it for us to be able to extend our trips comfortably and actually go away in the van and have it be an enjoyable experience. But they're definitely an investment, these. Yeah.
So Duvalay, if you're watching, a couple of pillows would be lovely. Right, so moving on to where we store these. Basically, in the far corner, you'll see
this plastic, I mean, again, super primitive.
The IKEA bags. IKEA are wonderful. If you need anything for camping, just go to IKEA for storage. It's brilliant. So these are, they're plastic, which isn't great, but they last a hell of a long time, and I think they're semi-waterproof as well. So if there's a bit of a shower, we can put them outside safely without them, you know, our bedding getting soaked.
We've got a whole heap of these, and we use them for different things, and they are so handy. And
we use them for wetsuits as well, don't we?
Yeah, definitely wetsuits. I mean, what's great about them is that because they're all the same size, you don't end up with this kind of like sort of puzzle patchwork of trying to fit things in. They just kind of neatly stack really well together.
Really good.
And so what we tend to do is the bedding goes in these. We have a couple of them that are just dedicated for bedding, so they don't get dirty with other things inside. That literally that's their use. They keep the bedding really nice, clean and dry, and then they just go up in the pop top on the roof rack in the box.
Yeah, so they're travelling in the roof box when we're travelling, and the good thing about a roof box, and there's another link which should be up in one of the corners right now, which it tells you all about the roof box we use, why we like it, the weights and everything. But these are relatively lightweight, so they're really good in the roof box, and they stay out the way of the van, so we can put more storage in the van.
Yeah, and it's the perfect place to keep them as well, because obviously when we're travelling, that's fine. The roof rack is obviously, the pop top's down, and so there's no issues with weight at all. But when we want to put the pop top up for the girls to go up for us to camp, we need to take some of the weight out of the box, and obviously the weight you need to take out is your bedding because you're sleeping. So it's the perfect place for it to go, and it keeps that bulkiness kind of out of the way together and makes the most of the available space.
Yeah, definitely. Right, should we go up the top? We are in the pop top, in the rain, on a glorious May Day in the UK. It's beautiful out there. Right, so I want to talk to you about the mattresses first. So you can see that we have two mattresses on here. The first one is, it's just a bit of foam we had cut to size, we bought online. I think the company was called foamsonline.com, so relatively easy to find. And the bit we have on top is supplied by Skyline. So we got this fitted when we had the roof done. It's made by Skyline, so it fits perfectly on the board base. You can see here, so the roof can go up and down, and it doesn't kind of catch on the sides or anything. It's also zippable, so again, we can take this off to clean it if we want to, if it gets dirty. We had to be really careful about the thicknesses when we were choosing the mattresses, just because we wanted to be able to keep as much bedding in the roof as we could when we were travelling. it just saves time, you know, having to put the bedding up each night and a mattress up each night. It was a real faff, and we actually started off with having self-inflating roll mats, but they were too thick, and every night we had to put them up, deflate them and put them back down again. It just really wasn't practical. So I'd really recommend buying foam that fits. I think in total, I think we've maybe got 2 centimeters and about 2.5 centimeters with the sleeping bag. So I think you've probably got maybe, wow, I'd say maybe 6 to 8 centimeters of kind of room to get stuff up here. So the sleeping bags we use are from Mountain Warehouse. They're season 2, so they're quite a good temperature. We use these mainly for when we're in Europe, warmer climates and things. We can have lighter sleeping bags. And the good thing about these ones are that we can, again, keep them in the roof when the roof is down, when we're traveling, which is really nice. We did start off with these ones, which we got from Go Outdoor. They're made by Pod, which I think is part of the High Gear company. They're really good, but two reasons why we don't use them now. One, they're too small for the kids. The girls have outgrown them. Secondly, they're quite bulky. So what that means is we can't have the roof down and keep the sleeping bags in here when we're traveling, which for us is kind of a big thing. You know, it saves a good, 10 minutes each evening, which when you've got kids is quite nice. Okay girls, so we're in the roof. I'm going to ask you some questions.
Okay.
And you've got to tell me what you think. So, do you enjoy sleeping in the pop-top roof?
Can I go first? Yeah, you can. Well, what I enjoy about it is I enjoy that we're quite high up, and I enjoy that I can sleep with Eden, and I enjoy that I know that Mommy and Daddy are like right down there. I enjoy about it is that the same as every house, quite high up, and also because it's nice and warm. It's just like nice and cuddly. Yeah, because it's brilliant in the winter and it's nice and warm.
Does it feel cozy?
Yes, very cozy. So the coziest thing about it is that over here, instead of us being like a bit blank, then it keeps like the coldness out of the pop-top roof. So yeah, it is lovely and cozy. It used to be very dewy when you wake up in the morning. It used to be really wet, and our teddies used to be really wet. But we got this like whole kind of folder thing that protected it so no dew came in. So that was brilliant as well.
Yeah, it's a pop-top cover, isn't it? We put around, and that's good for in the winter and summer because, like you said, Eden, it's really good in the summer because it stops all the condensation. But in the winter, it also helps keep you guys warm, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay everyone, I hope that demo was useful to someone out there. As you can see, there's loads of options when it comes to mattresses and sleeping bags. What we've shown you, it might not be the best for you guys, it might not be suitable, but for us it works really well.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have some more videos coming soon around some other bits and bobs that we want to share with you, specifically around the wrap that we have that goes around the outside of the pop-top. The reason we've got that is it just helps the girls stay nice and warm when we're in colder climates, and helps with some noise muffling and things like that. So we'll do a whole separate video for you on that, and we'll have that hopefully uploaded really soon. In the meantime, please hit the subscribe button. We'd love to be able to make some more videos and share our adventures with you as we go along. So hit the like and subscribe buttons, and hopefully we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.